we're gonna fly again.
Hey everyone, my name is Katsueki and welcome to the first video on my channel. Today we're going to be looking at my top 5 favorite anime up to this point that I've seen in the years that I've been watching anime. They didn't have to come out in 2016, but these are just my opinions to share with you guys, and you guys can feel free to share your opinions with me. Let's get started with number 5 then, shall we? Alright, so at number 5 we have a tie between two shonen, one being One Piece and the other one being Dragon Ball Super. This one was a tie because I've been enjoying these anime so much up to this point. I started watching One Piece last year and just banged out the entire series in a couple of weeks minus the fillers, because who watches fillers? One Piece has a perfect balance of comedic relief and serious battling with the ragtag group of pirates that I've come to enjoy and love. Characters like Chopper, Usopp, Brook, Frankie always being there to lighten up the mood even in the worst of situations. And the Straw Hat crew members like Zoro and Robin are pretty serious and mysterious when it comes to the majority of the time, since they don't really show their emotions too much, but it's cool because Zoro's a badass motherfucker and Robin's pretty sweet herself. The most interesting group of the bunch though to me is Luffy, Sanji, and Nami, who can goof off all they want but then switch to a super serious attitude to take down and conquer whatever shows its face in their presence. Overall, the show is a great mix of comedic relief and intense battles. It has over 700 episodes right now, so get ready to buckle down and watch it, but you will fall in love with the characters and the Straw Hat crew without a doubt. The show always puts you on your toes with the constant switches of overall mood and the arcs. In my opinion, the show's been airing so long for a reason, and that's because it's just so good. The other anime tied for 5th place is Dragon Ball Super. There was a tie because I didn't want 2 of the 5 animes to be shonen, and I liked them both equally, so they're just going to be both ranked at 5. At first I wasn't sure how I felt about Dragon Ball Super. It seemed like a little bit too funny, made for next generation kids, but in the arc we're at now, I can't say much so I don't want to spoil anything. It turned into what I loved about Dragon Ball Z, which I grew up with, and honestly they brought back so many things from Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball that they executed them so well. I was surprised to see it done like that, and I was so happy. Next we're going to have number 4, which always will have a special place in my heart, and that is Blue Exorcist. Blue Exorcist follows Rin, who appears to be an ordinary, somewhat troublesome teenager that is until one day he is ambushed by demons. His world turns upside down, and when he discovers that he is in fact the very son of Satan and that his demon father wishes for him to return so they can conquer Asaya together, not wanting to join the king of Gehenna, Rin decides to begin training to become an exorcist that he could fight to defend Asaya alongside his brother Yukio. Blue Exorcist made me go deeper into the anime world than just popular shonen like Dragon Ball, Naruto, Bleach. So it just kept a special place in my heart because it really made me realize that there's more than just, hey, look, there's ninjas fighting, or hey, there's a big guy with a sword fighting, or hey, look at these guys who have superhuman strength from outer space fighting, you know? I'm sure this anime was also fighting, but had more of a story development to it in my eyes, and it opened my eyes up to the rest of the anime community. Third on the list is Erased. When tragedy is about to strike, Satoru Fujinuma finds himself sent back several minutes before the accident occurred. The detached 29-year-old manga artist has taken advantage of this powerful yet mysterious phenomenon that he calls revival. To save many lives, this anime was so perfect. I remember when it was airing, I was in my TeamSpeak with one of my best friends and my girlfriend, and we were watching it, and when it was over, we were so sad. After going back and watching it a second time, I did feel like it was a little rushed towards the end because of time constraints, but regardless, the show was still good. I would recommend it to anyone who wants to watch an anime. It's only 12 episodes long that has a really good plot and story. There was some comedic relief. Number 2 on the list though is Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I love it, but let's get into it. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Alchemy is bound by the law of equivalent exchange, something that the young brothers Edward and Alphonse Elric only realized after attempting human transmutation, the one forbidding art of alchemy. They pay a terrible price for their transgression. Edward loses his left leg, Alphonse loses his physical body. It's only a desperate sacrifice of Edward's right arm that he is able to affix Alphonse's soul to a suit of armor. Devastated and alone, it is the hope that they will both eventually turn to their original bodies that gives Edward the inspiration to attain metal limbs called Automail and become a state alchemist, the Fullmetal Alchemist. Now, my opinion of this is, at first I was very skeptical about Brotherhood because I really enjoyed Fullmetal Alchemist before Brotherhood was out. Then my brother kept hassling me to watch Brotherhood because it's so much better, and he was like, it follows the manga more precisely, and I was like, alright, I'll watch it. It was amazing to me. way better than Fullmetal Alchemist, and I would honestly just recommend it to anybody. There's a huge cast of characters that I would just want everyone who watches anime to enjoy, because they're all likable. Like Roy Mustang, Edward, Alphonse is like my favorite because he's a little bit dumb, but he comes in clutch when he needs to come in clutch, and that's what matters to me. It's just a great group cast. The world around it, it's like a huge world, and you're just following a small part of it, but there's more going on to it. Honestly, if you just wanted to watch something, it's 64 episodes long, I believe. You should really take your time and watch it. Number 1, got a lot of criticism and became like best waifu, Rem from ReZero. ReZero is my favorite anime. I don't know why. It was erased, but then ReZero came out and I couldn't get enough of it. Honestly, when ReZero came out, I saw it when I was just browsing through the new seasons of anime on Crunchyroll. I thought it would just be some anime. After watching the very first episode, it left me wanting so much more. And for a general plot, the show is about Natsuki Subaru, who gets thrown into a different world where he dies and goes back in time and tries to prevent things from happening. However, he can't tell anybody about his powers because his heart will be grabbed by the witch's hand. Subaru will do anything in his power to help the girl he falls in love with, Amelia. That's all I can really say without spoiling the entire thing and go on a tangent, because I have so much to say about this show, but I would recommend it as well. 25 episodes, I believe, maybe 26, don't quote me on that. I think it's 26, because episode 1 was episode 1A and 1B. I think it's 26 episodes, 22 minutes apiece. Give it a go. If you're interested in any of the anime in this list, I will link them in the description for you to enjoy, as well as the summaries that were used in this video can be found at myanimelist.net. All of that good stuff will be in the links in the description below. Hope you guys have a nice day. My name is Ketsuaki. Thanks for visiting my channel, and I appreciated my top 5.